Um, hey everyone, welcome to What Shaun Likes. I'm obviously Shaun, and today we are going to talk about Hawkeye. I don't want to continue doing series and movie reviews, but I think because the Marvel universe is expanding and it's probably going to, cinematic universe is going to continue expanding in this coming year, I think it's very important we kind of wrap up loose ends, and Hawkeye is one of them. So this video does contain a lot of spoilers, so this is your spoiler warning. But there's not much to really spoil. Anyway, let's chat. So I didn't expect much from the series, first of all. I don't know if anyone really expected much from this series. I thought it was really just to close the loop on Clint Barton's Hawkeye. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing. You know, I kind of felt like Hawkeye wasn't a character that could really hold up and stand alone by himself, which I understand, so they brought in a lot of tie-ins. So basically, I mean, there's not much to the plot really. You see Clint Barton, Hawkeye, basically receive a new apprentice who's going to probably be the next Hawkeye, which is played by Haley Steinfeld, I think that's how you pronounce the name, who's an actor who I'm only used to seeing in like maybe very chilled movies, I guess. So yeah, and then there's a tie-in which is not really a bad tie-in, but I thought that was probably the most grittiest part, was Yelena, who is Black Widow's sister. So after the Black Widow movie, Black Widow, we all know Black Widow dies later on in Infinity War and Endgame, and we see Yelena comes back and she wants to kind of know what happened. She wants kind of closure, and she blames Clint Barton because he was the last person to actually be with Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow. So I think they're kind of bringing it in because if there is going to be a new Black Widow, if they are going to, and I'll speak about kind of a new Avengers and so on at the end of this video, but yeah, so they bring her in, they kind of have a fight, but I think everything kind of gets hashed out and become friends at the end of the day. I think one of the coolest tie-ins was Kingpin. Because I'm such a big Daredevil fan from the series, bringing in Kingpin from the series was an amazing, it was just an amazing feature to add into the series, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't think, so at the end of the series, the last episode, they kind of have an off-camera shot of a gunshot of that lady Echo, who used to work for Kingpin, as shooting him, but it's an off-camera shot, like gunshot that you hear. So you really don't, you're assuming that it's him that died, but it could be the other way around, or he could actually even survive. Because in my opinion, I think Kingpin is still very important to Daredevil and swinging Daredevil into this universe, into this Marvel Cinematic Universe. And killing him off wouldn't be a smart move. So I think they kind of did the off-camera shot really because they wanted to kind of be able to play it both ways. They wanted to be like, if we want him dead, we can leave him dead, or we can have him come alive and kind of reshoot that end of scene, giving people more clarity, which I think is kind of cool. So nothing really significant from this series, except for the fact that I would say that we might, if they are, that Marvel might be doing like a sidekick, I would equate it to almost like a Young Justice from DC in Marvel, where you will bring in a younger Hawkeye, you bring in a younger Black Widow. You, depending on how they play the rest of these things, they may even bring in another, I don't know, another doc. I don't know. I actually don't know. But I think like a young Black Widow and a young Hawkeye, they could be potentially just replacing Clint Barton and Natasha Romanoff. And we'll see how that kind of plays in the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think they're really cool characters if they're done right and if they're scripted right. But I think they will be. Marvel seems to be pretty good with that. So yeah, otherwise, I think the series was okay. Give it a watch if you want in your spare time. Not a big not a big like backbreaker really, but it's something that's, I think it's interesting to look at. So yeah, if you like this video, if you if you like this channel, please like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all later. Cheers.